Hey guys, and welcome to the Watch Anime channel. Today we're going to be doing something special that we're going to be doing for regularly now, and it's going to be reviewing anime movies. And today we're going to be doing our first episode where we're going to be reviewing Spirited Away. So let's get started with my thoughts and opinions about this movie, and as well as the characters and what I saw and plot-wise and everything like that. So let's get started, guys. So we're introduced to a character, a little girl named Chihiro, and she's driving with her parents to her new home. They're moving, and it turns out they go to kind of drift away to this place where it's kind of like an abandoned amusement park. And it turns out it's a home for spirits. And what happens is both Chihiro's mom and dad get trapped in there, and so does Chihiro. And these spirits are actually pretty bad people at first, apparently by this character who walks in and saves her. His name is Haku, and this guy tries to hide her, and it turns out that she has to work there to live there because she can't escape anymore. She has to work for this kind of like a witch named Yubaba, and she has to work there, and she meets a spirit who I think it's I don't know the name of the spirit exactly, but she meets Kamaji, which is a spirit with a bunch of arms, and she meets a bunch of people like that. And it's a really great movie, honestly. Now, I'm going to go into my thoughts and opinions. The animation was beautiful. The music was amazing. I can see why a lot of people love this movie. It's very different. It's old traditional anime, not that new anime, and I kind of love it, to be honest. I was really into it, despite the plot, because it's not something I would watch, honestly. But I heard it was really good. She does. It's a great story, honestly. It's crazy how you get all this different world of spirits and everything like that, and you meet them. I always thought the spirit that had a mask and that ate people in this movie. I thought it was the bad guy when I saw the trailer. I thought it was gonna be the bad guy, the villain, but there wasn't really a villain in this story. It was more of misunderstandings and like because everyone gets at the end of the movie, everybody gets along and they're happy with each other. It's more of a journey with this girl Chihiro, who ends up growing up and maturing and learning how hard it is in life. Instead of her being kind of an arrogant little girl at the very beginning of the movie, she turns out to be quite a good person at the end, and she ends up loving and caring for these people, which they actually treat her really bad, honestly. But they start out her wits and her charisma, and she's a really nice girl, and that's what makes people fall in love with her. And this journey she goes through is amazing. She starts falling in love with Haku, the person that saves her, and Haku is actually a sorcerer and apprentice to Yubaba, someone who kind of basically enslaves people to work for her spa, and basically, or else she's gonna kill them or turn them into a frog or something. And it's crazy, but she ends up being the bad person, the bad of the two, because we get introduced to her twin sister Zeniba, who actually seems to be the apparently by Yubaba, I mean, is actually a really cool person. But once, because when we meet her, she ends up hurting Haku really badly, almost to the point of killing him, because Haku can actually turn into a dragon in this film, which is amazing. I guess, or a water spirit, you would say, and it's really cool. You get introduced to him, and he can turn into a dragon, and like you see him once you see him turn after you find out he's the dragon. He's covered in blood, almost about to die because Zeniba over there almost killed him. But she did it with her own intentions because it turns out Yubaba sent him to steal from her, and Zeniba had to teach him a lesson. But it turns out that Chihiro, to save him, goes to all this journey her house, which is really actually the journey isn't even that long. She spends most of the time in her at the spa. But when she goes through this journey, it turns out Zeniba is actually a really nice witch who had to do something to teach that boy. And she ends up returning what he stole and asking if she can help him, and she ends up doing so. And it's great. It's great because you never expected it. I thought she was gonna be worse. I thought it was gonna be some kind of battle, but the movie's almost over by the time she goes through this journey. The most of the journey is her getting along with the people inside the spa, and it's great. And then the animation is kind of trippy, to be honest. When I first saw the spirit Kamaji with the hands, I thought, oh, this guy's creepy. I don't want to work for this guy. But it turns out he's a really nice guy who looks out for humans because humans are despite they're treated like crap in this world, and it's kind of like a discrimination. There's an aspect of discrimination in here, and it's amazing how he does take care of them and he does it to protect them. So you really fall in love with this guy. And as far as the spirit who eats people, you think, oh, this guy's the main villain because he's eating people everywhere in the spa, and he's turning more scary and scary. And he does get to the point where he's huge and he chases Chihiro and it's super scary. But it turns out he's just misunderstood, and because he's kind of he's kind of greedy, and like he wants people to love him, and when people love him, because he actually poops Skull basically. That's what he does. And when people Chihiro was never she never they never got her attention, all the gold and stuff, and it never got to the point where she like liked them because of that. And that's what made this spirit turn more humble. And what happens is this spirit goes on the journey with her, and he ends up working for Zeniba in a positive way. So she kind of changes that spirit's life too, which is really just a misunderstood spirit. And it's great how she changes that spirit's life, how she changes Yubaba's perspective on life, because she ends up, what happens is Yubaba has a child, and Zeniba turns that child into a little mouse. And Yubaba is just grateful that he brought her child back. And she turns out to be a nicer person as well. It's just she's kind of misunderstood, and she doesn't really like showing her emotions in a positive way. She kind of likes people to fear her so they can really work well for her. But really, that's just how it is. It turns out everyone here is a good person, and it's great. I really love this film. It's amazing. The animation was great. The story, it was really good. Honestly, I was really hooked into it, and it was to the point where the journey started, and I was like, really? I didn't even notice that the film was almost over, and the journey was kind of short. It was really just a train ride to a house. I thought this was going to be a movie about a whole entire journey about the spirit world, but really she spent most of her time being at the spa, surviving to save her parents, in order to to live, because all these spirits really hated her. Well, some of them did. They tried to disguise her of looking like a spirit, but it didn't work out. And there's some who are really nice. Like there was this frog guy. I forget his name. I think it's Aogeru or something like that. And it's great how she gets along with people. She also gets along with the baby, because the baby was kind of mean to her when Chihiro meets the baby of Yuaba. The baby's really mean to her because the baby's kind of spoiled. But then the baby protects her when Yubaba was about to hurt Chihiro when she finds out that she had him. So it turns out Chihiro really changes the lives of all these spirits and the perspective they have with humans. So they end up giving a test to Chihiro where, like, if she knows which one is her parents, because what happens is the parents get turned into pigs. So if she can identify which pigs their parents are, then she can take them home. And it turns out they never had the parents there, and she says they're not there, which ends up getting it right, and she ends up getting to leave. But at the same time, when she's leaving, it's kind of heartbreaking because they tell her she can't look back, or else she can't leave. And the thing is, she really wants to look back because she wants to see Haku again, and it's crazy. But it's kind of heartbreaking that she's about to, but she doesn't, and she ends up leaving, which is really sad. But there's obviously some hints that they're gonna see each other again, because it's shown in the movie that Haku actually saved Chihiro when she was a little girl, when she was in the river and she was about to drown. He saved her. So I have a feeling they're gonna meet later in the future as well, and they're actually meant for each other because he's not really a spirit. He's a human who's trapped in there and did bidding for Yubaba. So they're gonna definitely see each other, and I have to say, for a rating for this movie, I have to give it a 10 out of 10. No, more of a 9 out of 10. I felt like the story wise, the story was great, but I feel like the organization of the story could have been better because the journey was really they made this build up for this journey that really lasted about 15 minutes, and it was just a train right to there, you know. So it didn't really feel like a journey, but because I felt like they could have just kept the movie at the spa and it would have been perfect there. But yeah, I give it a 9 out of 10. The animation was beautiful. The music and the score was beautiful. The characters were amazing. And yeah, guys, that's my review for Spirited Away. Comment down below and give your thoughts and opinions on my thoughts and opinions. Drop a like so you can give more exposure to our videos. Subscribe to our channel to be able to access and get more notifications to these awesome content that we give out here today. And go to our Patreon at patreon.com/watchanime, where you can get access to our reactions a day early if you become a patron. And you can check out our website at watchanime.weebly.com, where you can learn more about us. Go follow us on Twitter at WatchAnime0, where we give our updates and everything you need to know about the channel on Twitter, where we post what's going to go next, where we're going to post next, when it's going to be posted, and anything like that. So thank you guys for hearing our thoughts and opinions on Spirited Away. I'll see you guys next time. See you guys later.
Thanks for watching the Watch Anime channel. Go and subscribe to their channel and enjoy awesome anime content, as well as exclusive content at their Patreon account.